Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're one of my old or new subscribers, thank you very much for subscribing, and welcome back my old ones. I love you all. Today I wanted to test out this new foundation that I got. Being an oily girl, foundation is not an easy thing for me. I stay away from it typically. I use just concealers to conceal my spots. Excuse the breakout at the moment. My face is going through this really weird, awkward thing. I mean, I never really have breakouts besides a part of the time of the month, but lately it's happening everywhere. So anyway, so as you know, if you haven't been living underneath a rock, Revolution Pro is out and everyone is ordering, and believe me, I placed my order. I mean, I watched quite a few videos before I went in and jump in, because that's what I do. I typically, as a YouTuber, watch other YouTubers to give me the tea on what to or not to get. So I was checking out, and as you know, foundation is not something that I wear, so I was checking out foundations and trying to see which one would best suit me. Now I looked at the Revolution Pro, the camouflage one. It's a little bit cakey face heavy for me in terms of what I like for foundation. I don't mind the sheer look. I don't mind not having, you know, a full face. I mean, it scares me. I did try it once with the jouet. I loved it. I mean, I did love it, but when I went out, I was quite conscious that I was wearing full-on makeup. So for me, I'm working my way into it slowly, but I like sheer coverage typically. And my first one that I bought after a long time of, you know, using LA Girl was the Fenty Beauty, and I love my Fenty Beauty, but of course, you know, it's not something that I wear every day. Anyway, cut a long story short, I've got the Revolution Pro. It came in my package, finally came. It took forever, by the way. Was not impressed by that. So I have a ton of new products that I am going to do reviews on, but I'm going to do them one by one. I'm not going to clump them together because I feel like it's just a bit too much. The video can be a bit too long, and I just want it to be simple. So today we're literally doing the foundation. So I picked up the Revolution Pro foundation drops. I don't know how well this is gonna work, because from different YouTubers or from videos that I've watched, some are like, oh, it's got a dewy finish. Dewy finish is not gonna work for me, but we're gonna give it a go. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to wear this. I bought it in the F13, no, I bought F12 and F13 just in case, because obviously now we're getting into summer. You know, the sun, the melanin, everything is just gonna be popping. So I bought these two colors just in case. I mean, this is the one I wear in concealer every day, and it's a perfect match for me. If this, I don't know if it's gonna be, or we're gonna test it out. I'm gonna do a wear test today, and I'm gonna come back and show you what it looks like at the end of the day, if I'm a complete grease ball, or it's something that I could rock with and wear and add to my collection, because it is affordable after all. So let's get on with the video without further ado. I am also going to test out their new Revolution Pro matte primer. Looks like this. I haven't opened it yet, so we're just going to open it now. I'm going to give it a go and see how all of that fares throughout the day. The method I'm going to use is I'm going to use a primer. I've already washed and moisturized my face as per usual, so I'm going to use a primer now, and I am going to use the powder before foundation effect straight after my primer. So the next you'll see me will be when I'm putting the foundation on, so we can see how it goes, how the color looks, and all that good stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to, I've taken off the packaging, which is a bit tricky to get into, but now I'm just shaking up both bottles. Both colors look really, really good, but I know that the F12 is going to be way too light for me, obviously. But the F13 looks like a really, really good color. Obviously, this is what it looks like. I'm just going to do a dab right there of that one, and that's the F13, which is quite on the red side. I'm more of a yellow tone, which is why I bought the F12 as well. And this is what the F12 looks like on me. I don't know if you can pick that up, but they're quite, let me turn down the light so you can see. Okay, so this is what we're looking like with the F13, which is this one, and then the F12, which is this one. So I'm thinking, well, that's just too red for me, and that is obviously too light. So I am gonna have to mix these two colors just to get the right one, which I kind of already knew would happen from what I've watched on the videos that I've been watching. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm a bit nervous about these pipettes because it's something that I've never ever used before. So here goes nothing if it goes really wrong. I've already got a towel here. I'm just gonna drop a little bit here and a little bit there. I'm actually using my viewfinder for this. This is probably a bad idea, but I normally like to put mix on the tray, and then it's not as runny as I thought it would be actually, so that's not too bad. So we've got that one, and we're going to go straight in with the lighter one as well. Right there, right there, and right there. Oh no, I haven't got enough on this side. Oh my god, it's running down my face. And I also got their beauty sponge as well, which feels incredibly soft. So here goes nothing. I'm going to bring my mirror in front of me so I can see what I'm doing. Straight off the bat. I like it. I don't know, it's because I've put a mattifying powder before, but for me, I don't really like to be too full coverage. Ooh, this is really nice. This is really nice. I mean, I've heard everyone on YouTube saying how this Revolution Pro is just to die for in terms of blendability, how it feels. It feels incredibly light on my skin. I've got the cover that I need. Like I said, I don't mind the sheer cover. I prefer my skin to still look like skin. And so far, this has done that. This has done just that, and I love it. And that was surprisingly a really good mix. I don't know if you can see this on camera, but here it looks just, it looks flawless. Flawless in terms of how I like my foundation to look. I don't like it to look like I've got foundation on my face. However, I do want it to give me sort of that even finish where everything looks a little bit more uniformed than it normally would do. And I love the cover of it. I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm just going to turn my light down for you guys so you can actually have a look. The application went on seamlessly. It's given me completely just a natural skin finish. It doesn't look oily. It's not settling into any of my fine lines. It just looks, it looks really, really nice. And I like it. And my biggest fear is that it was going to look oily, because the camouflage one looked pretty dewy on everyone else that I watched, and I was like, that might not work for me. Not to mention the fact that, like I said, the full coverage thing, you know, I was like, oh, we're gonna take some time on that. I do want to try it just for trying its sake, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wear this for ladies with oily skin. I'm gonna wear this all day. The time is now, you can see that 11:05. So the foundation is on now. I will be doing check-ins throughout the day. I'm gonna go off and finish the rest of my face and then come back and tell you what I feel about the foundation, how everything else applied over the foundation, and so you can see it. And then I'm going to do check-ins throughout the day. I'm going to try and wear it all day long so you can see. I won't touch up, just so we can get a really good idea of what the Pro foundation looks like, the droplets, and then if you like it, I would suggest you invest. But so far so good. So I'm just gonna go and put on the rest of my face and I'll be right back. So hi, I've just finished getting my makeup done. It's taking me a little bit longer because I had other things to do and stuff like that, but this is what the finished look looks like. I hope that you like it. I just went for a simple look today. I say simple look, I say that every time, but whenever I look in the mirror I'm like, oh god, you look really good today. But yeah, I did try and do just a simple look with the eyeshadow and everything else. I'm testing out some new brushes that I got and a few other bits and pieces which I'll review another time, but today it is just about the Revolution Pro foundation drops, and it looks good. I mean, I'm looking in the monitor now and it's amazing. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It applied beautifully. I did have to mix the two colors, F13 and F12, just to get the perfect shade. It's getting a little bit, the sun's out now, so I'm getting a little bit lighter, but the F13 was slightly too red a tone for me, and the F12 would have been way too light for now. So mixing the two was a perfect combination. I found that it actually applied matte. From what I've heard for people said, some say it's a little bit dewy finish, but for me, I found that it went on matte. I don't know if it's because the routine that I do prior to putting on my foundation, which is primer, and then I go in with a mattifying setting powder before I go in with my foundation, because it just helps applying the foundation better for me and keeping me matte. So for me, I found that as soon as it went on my face, it just looked matte. It was perfect. It wasn't too heavy. I mean, even now I'm touching my face, there isn't any transfer. I've had this on for almost over an hour now. At the time it is 12:32, as you can see. So basically I've had this on for quite a while, the foundation that is, and so far so good. I'm not getting any oiliness. It's not settling into anywhere. It still looks beautiful. In fact, it's settled down even better. It looks beautiful. It applied beautifully. It set down really matte for me. I've still applied more powder over the top. I did go in with my Naked Heats palette for my eyes, and I used my xoxo eyelashes in the Milan for my eyelashes, and my usual lipstick. I actually use Revolution for this one. The lipstick color I'm wearing is Vow. So I went in with the Vow lip liner. Obviously saves the day every time you want to wear a nude as a dark woman of color, and then I went in with the Vow. So yeah, this is the finished look. I hope that you like it. I mean, I'm going to come back and give you a test on how it looks throughout the day. Like I said, it is now 12:33. I'm going to go out and get on with my day, and then I'm going to come back and let you know how the foundation is faring throughout the day. So I'll see you later for a quick update. Okay, bye. Hi and welcome back. So this is my first check-in and probably my last one. I've had this foundation on now for, I would say, roughly 6 hours. The time is now 17:46, as you can see. So I've had the foundation on for quite a while, and this is my face. I mean, I do have a little bit of dewiness going on. My oils have come through as they would do throughout the day, but I'm very, very impressed about how dewy it looks. It's not oily, and I usually tend to look quite oily anyway, even without foundation, and I love it. I love this look. I love the foundation. I love that my skin still felt really breathable throughout the day. I've been out, I've been shopping, and hands down, I'd have to give this foundation 2 thumbs up. For me, it works. It's, you know, skin-like, it's light. It doesn't feel like I'm touching my face. There isn't any transfer on my hands. I'm sure if I matted this down, it would just look flawless again, but I'm not going to do that because I'm home now. I'm going to chill out and have some dinner. But yeah, overall, I just wanted to show you what the foundation is still looking like after all day wear, basically, and being outside, running around and doing everything. It's held up. I really, 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 really salute Revolution Pro, because knocked it right out of the park. So for me, this is it. If you're interested in if you're oily skin person and you're interested in foundation, you just want a little bit of sheer cover, you know, I wouldn't say it was full-on coverage, but it's enough coverage for me. Getting closer to camera, you can see, obviously you can still see some of my bits, but like I said, I don't really mind that about my face. I really don't mind that at all. So for me, it's not necessarily about trying to mask all my imperfections, because at the end of the day, they are there, and I still kind of want to be able to see it underneath my skin. I want to be able to see my skin, basically. So therefore, when I use foundation, it's not going to cover up, because if I go on full coverage, then no, you won't see my skin underneath. However, I do like that look. I guess if I'm going out for a function or something like that, I need something a bit more heavy duty, I will wear that. But for my everyday, my everyday makeup is usually just concealer, eyeshadow, you know, I'm out the door. But for like the weekend, everyday look, then I will put this. I would happily wear this because I love it. I just love it. Oh, and another thing that I've got to quickly mention before I go. So I have to give a shout out to Tammy Clark on YouTube, because girl, this is life. I bronzed my face with it, and and I kind of thought that we had a similar kind of complexion. I wasn't quite sure, but when I saw it in the shop, I was like, there's no way that just doesn't look dark enough. But oh my god, is it beautiful. It's enough said. So thank you all for watching. It's been a pleasure doing this review. I've enjoyed my makeup today. For me, that's what it's really about. Like I said, if you're looking for a foundation that is wearable all day, that's lightweight, that covers well, you know, quite sheer, medium to sheer coverage, sheer to medium coverage, then this is for you. Get it. It was easy. All the other products that I used on top of it blended out really well. My contour, my highlight, my blush, my bronzer, everything worked really, really, really super well on top of it. I used obviously the C12 as the concealer and define underneath my eye to highlight my high points of my face, and that's what I use. So most products on my face today is Revolution Pro, and I love it, apart from my eyes, my Urban Decay. But yeah, rambling on, check in, thumbs up. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments asking questions, or just if you've tried it, what you thought of it, if you liked it, if it worked for you. Yeah, and that's it. Love you all. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.